Blessings, everyone. Today has been a very sentimental day on a personal level for me, and Spirit has just been coming through. And it's been a constant reminder of the expression of love today in its many, many beautiful forms. We are love. And so sometimes we get asphyxiated in the human experience of defining this in some way. Whether it's platonic love or romantic love or just the beingness of love. And sometimes that's very difficult to go into that space because we always want to give it a connotation. Spirit is saying that words, music, photography, dance. There's so many different ways creatively that we try to express love. But how much have we sat in the space of just being love? And so they kind of directed me today to read from the Power of Love Oracle. And I love this deck. This is from James Van Praagh. And it's just been a very sentimental day today. Leslie has been around a little bit. He's come through a few times and just reminding me of some very good moments. So there's been the sentimental experience today. And so Spirit, sometimes when we're in those spaces where we're feeling emotions of love, kind of nudges to balance that out just by sitting in that space. And so the first shuffle, I always shuffle the cards, and that is the expression of Source. The second shuffle is the expression of higher self or spirit. And then the third shuffle embodies soul, which is the story that we express here. And I'm just going to kind of pull the cards. And as I do this, I would like to say thank you to Source for allowing me to be this medium of light. And I ask that our higher selves, through Source, bring a message today with this power of love for the highest good. Well, sometimes they fly out like that, and I know. Unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. Please excuse me, I have a little bit of a hoarse voice. And as I connect, I'm listening. Now reminding me of an experience that I myself have been having, and I think many of us, they're saying, will relate to this at this point, have been connecting on social media or throughout our day in a common ground space of just gently acknowledging each other. As we go through the day and we smile at each other, a smile it just brings out the light. When someone smiles, you could see the energy around shifts. We pay attention to the aura or just that feeling that we have when we're smiling. We know that we're connecting in the same space. That's all it takes. There are no words that need to be said. And you could see the light in the eyes in that moment too. It just radiates the magnificence that's in all of us. And in the space of unity, there's a common thing. Sometimes we have to go back to the basics, being in that space of love. And there's a little remembering that we're all here on the journey. It doesn't matter what aspect of the journey each person is on. But everyone is here. If we remember the basic of that learning, then it kind of puts us right aligned in the space of love, because there's nothing outside of that. And we all look at each other and we remember that unity is the whole. that as we're growing and we're in the space of love, we're working on our shadow side, we're expanding the consciousness, we're sharing moments, all these glorious things that we're doing here. As we do this in our inner work, we're expanding the consciousness and coming into a unity as a whole. Because one is all, and all is one. And we understand this, that it's the concept of the droplet and the ocean, that one affects the other. So sometimes it's overwhelming. We're sitting in the space of love. Oh, how can I be of service? How can I help? What can I do? Can I make a difference? And it's been a theme that's come up a lot recently, is share your story. Tell others. Express the love inside of you in a way of motivating and encouraging others in their space simply by being the love that we are. Whether it's a simple video like something like this where we're talking to everyone as a whole and giving a little piece of our story that we're going through. We don't have to conquer the world. It doesn't have to be something of exuberant nature where we just climbed Mount Everest to make a point. But never underestimate. When we're in that space of love and we're sharing that, especially the self-love in an accomplishment or maybe a struggle we're going through, someone connecting with us, feeling that unity, creates a very sacred space. That's a frequency that starts vibrating. It reminds us that we're all a part of this beautiful web that we're interweaving. And then it kind of fills in the gap. It fills in that there's no separation. I watched an incredible video countless times over the last few weeks about people with challenges, physical challenges, who are conquering the physicalities. And they're doing all kinds of sports and they're training. And that was something years ago I didn't identify with, but Spirit is reminding me that this is where the unity comes in. Sometimes we find inspiration on the complete opposite end of the spectrum of where we're at on the journey. Maybe we're someone who is in a very creative space. We love to play guitar, or we're very artistic. We love to sketch. And we meet someone who plays the most amazing game of basketball, and we're just kind of stunned at the human physicality, the endurance. And talking with that person, it changes our perspective. That's unity. Unity is something we experience because we stay open and we're in touch with that beingness of love. And what are we? We are Source's expression of love here. That's what we are. And so the message today is, allow yourself to be inspired in surprising ways. Sometimes we go back to the same thing over and over again, whether it's our favorite song, or maybe we watch a TV program or a movie that gets our heart, or our favorite book, favorite quotes. Spirit is saying today, allow yourself a surprise. Listen to a story or connect in that space with another person in an unexpected way that perhaps is different from the usual routine or inspirational ideas that we get, that we use on a daily basis. Even if it's something simple like listening to a genre of music that we're not normally listening to. Step outside this confinement and notice. And as we're listening to someone's story or sharing a creative aspect, recognize that the difference is slowly fading as we feel inspired and in awe. They're pulling their energy back. So first, I would like to say thank you to all the others that I've been connecting with over the last couple of weeks, inspiring and sharing their stories, their aspirations, their dreams, their challenges that they've been through. Never underestimate. Sometimes people don't come out and say it, but they just pass on the inspiration in their own way to someone else who may need. And also, never underestimate who's listening. We don't have to have a big crowd of people around us all the time to make a difference. It's beautiful if you have that afforded to you, that you can have an outlet, maybe on YouTube, or you're on TV, or you're in music, or maybe you are a teacher in a school and you reach a lot of students every day. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Because in that space of unity, one is as beautiful as all. It makes it worth it. Just one makes a difference. Remember that. Much love, everyone. Beautiful blessings.